Hornacek and McMillan, they played virtually at the same time. Nate played 12 years from 86 to 9.
Hard. Pacers have got to be prepared.
Beasley had 21 last night in the loss to Orlando. He's had a 30-point game already this year. Shot clock down to 2. Bogdanovich pulls up and hits. So a nice job by Bojan Bogdanovich again. Get to where he wants to go. Damian Dotson, the rookie out of the University of Houston, and Indianapolis native Courtney Lee is averaging 17 per game in that stretch.
Well, yeah, he's going to have to pick it up, Chris, and that's the guy the Pacers have got to keep an eye on. That was Victor Oladipo who fell asleep. Good to see Turner knock down his
55%, averaging 17 points in that stretch. And here's a guy you got to get a rebound.
Yeah, and he was big yesterday. He had about 14 rebounds in the game against Orlando that eventually Orlando won, but it was not an easy win for Orlando.
Thad Young for 3, and this is what Indiana needs to do better, because in their losses, 16, they give up 12 per game. They're one of the worst teams in the NBA in that category. Beasley gets strong to the basket, and Michael Beasley in his 10th at home against Miami by 29. It was the game that Kristaps Porzingis sprained his right ankle, has not played since. As Collison hits the jumper. Good to see Indiana hitting shot.
Beasley tried to make that pass inside. Pacers anticipated it.
And Thad Young.
They have no shot blocker. That's the other thing they lose.
Half per game. But he's getting there. Again, he missed those 7 games with a concussion. Collison finds Young inside.
Great lead because the help came.
It's the Rockets who lead the West, and Toronto a top 14 in the East. And Beasley out of the timeout.
They're saying Collison because the pass wasn't the correct angle.
And Jack gets inside, no good, but the problem is there's Cantor again.
Well, he did that.
York goes to the bench, and they bring in Doug McDermott as Beasley to the rim. He's got 7, and they've scored 7 straight.
Listen, that's stuff in the stat sheet there.
And that's stuff in the stat sheet for 3.
I'm telling you, we were talking to shooters that played with Oladipo and Sabonis for a while last season.
Yeah, this is an Oklahoma City reunion with Sabonis. That's Turner to the basket with a right hand.
Nice job. Good ball fake.
But got his former teammate Cantor, and that rattles in for Courtney Lee. Young guarded by Jack with help from Beasley.
These are 2 Georgia Tech guys. There's no way Thad is going to let no
7 draft. Beasley. He's got 9, so you can. And now Oladipo for 3.
That's because Young was so active there, moving the ball around, getting it off.
3s. Finds Turner, pounds it home. What a great no-look pass. He's got a 3-on-2.
Smart play.
Finds
Drive it
Bogdanovich.
hard, make the defense cover you, get it to your shooter. Really good basketball plays. Shot he can take out of that move. He just missed it.
Pacers hit 12 of 16 prior to the timeout. They missed their last 3. Still shooting 63%.
This is good defense here. Lance fell asleep a little bit on the back door. He was concerned coming from, and where it's free to get to the rim just like that. If somebody had come to help.
Bonus in his 2nd year. Played in Oklahoma City last year. Drafted by Orlando. Involved in that trade.
Look at that. I'm telling you, the pass makes the shot. Because he got the pass right away. Because
they have shot it poorly, especially on the road trip in Houston and Toronto. O'Quinn.
Getting some luggage.
Kyle O'Quinn in his 6th year out of Norfolk State, and an easy basket there for Bogdanovich.
It was easy because he put his chest.
Jared Jack has returned for the Knicks. Thomas in the corner. O'Quinn missed it. It rolls around the rim, and that's Beasley.
Talked about gang rape. You got to know Beasley's going to the rim. Offensive foul, if anything.
So back-to-back offensive rebound
in the first quarter. Just 19 Knicks points at that point.
Yeah, 10 is quite a bit. And, you know, the guy guarding the ball, Thaddeus Young, is one of the best in the league in terms of getting the deflection. You see the strength.
It's a 45-point turnaround. The Rockets won 117-102. Sabonis, great effort. Joseph for 3. Well, Corey Joseph has gotten both the first quarter. They've hit 6 of 10 from long distance.
Ooh.
Couldn't believe he was wide open.
I know he couldn't. He traveled when he got
Jack. Screen and roll with Cantor and Jared Jack. Boy, it's good to see. Pacers have 12 assists on 17 field goals. They're shooting 59%.
This is what they got a mismatch. This is why they should be able to get to the rim.
Shot clock down to 4. Young against Jack, and it crawls in.
They should be able to get to the rim. Hey, the Pacers have shot very well from that three-point line.
And there's 2 more in the paint from Courtney Lee.
This has been a champ points in the paint.
Pacers near the bottom of the league, giving up 50 per game, and that's paint points for Miles Turner. For the defense, what do you do?
Make them think. Make yourself hard to guard. Make yourself hard to guard.
It's a throwdown. Oladipo has 9.
This is the pace.
Since Bogdanovich went to the bench.
One reason I think he's in is I think that Nate McMillan wants to get some rhythm for Lance.
And here's Stevenson in the corner from Turner. Lance for 3.
Yeah, you want to get him some rhythm. If you remember,
You're trailing.
great anticipation.
And now Oladipo the
Smart play
steal.
by Oladipo. Did the same thing this time, but he came to finish it. Oladipo.
15 points off Nick turnovers as Oladipo adds 3 more.
It was shimmy. He just can't throw the pass.
He loves the fans here, and they love him. Stevenson with a left hand!
He puts on a show.
Rise as Lance made his move. Here he comes again.
Well, he's got a guy, you almost want to get out of his way. He's got McDermott, and McDermott can't guard it. You know what? That was actually pretty good patience by Lance. And you got to give Lance credit, because Lance, Chris, when Lance left here, man,
A boatload of fun this year with his
not that guy.
teammates.
Can't leave that one. You can leave a lot of guys. That's the guy, Oladipo, when we showed earlier. That's
6 seconds to play. Young for 3. What a half for Thad Young. He's got 16. It guards McDermott. Courtney Lee on the drive. Use that screen.
job. Beasley, the first time he looked to make the pass, Jack didn't get open, and Collison kept the pressure on.
He's played in Westchester with the G League team a little bit. On the closeout, Young met by Cantor.
Wow.
The basket and a foul.
There was contact in the first half himself, and the Pacers could not hold him off.
New York outscored the Pacers that night 36-17 in the fourth quarter at MSG. Step back by Turner.
That's a teardrop up there. Now can get it speeded up. I thought Collison was hurt. Let's see.
He
no,
pounds it.
he's feeling good. Feeling good.
38-point advantage. Again, 5 new Knicks, as Quinn mentioned. And Lance Thomas, the 7th year.
Getting his hands on the ball to get it easy.
Tipped in by Billy Hernan Gomez. He's out there.
Lakita, who they drafted in the first round. So they were gonna try to play him. Now, for those of you who,
50.
I'm telling you, he is really reading the game well. Victor's reading it well because he dribbled the ball with a tempo too. Once he realized and then threw it over to Bogdanovich to shoot it, and Bogdanovich made the pass. But it was one of.
Thad Young has his third 20-point game of the year as Ron Baker hits from long range back in 2016. Fred VanVleet was a second-round draft pick by the Toronto Raptors. Oladipo got there and scored.
I thought they really got in the way, and one of the challenges is the concentration. So let's see how the Pacers keep their concentration in these circumstances.
That's Billy Hernan Gomez.
Big complaint.
Now that's the problem I have, and if Sabonis finds Stevenson, now Joseph.
Love it. You had guys recovering. Close, you know, we can talk closeout.
Back from a year ago, and they've gotten this group to continue to play fast. You know, you talk about it. It's easy to say you'll play fast or in double figures. They have a 29-point lead. Ntilikina, long 2. You're right. He hit 2 big. They had 5 straight wins before losing 3 of 4. And Baker for 3. Emptied his bench. Sabonis. here at PacersTeamStore.com. We open the fourth quarter, and Doug McDermott starts the scoring. All of the points, Quinn, in the
what his skill set is like. One of the reasons I believe Chicago moved in Dayton, it was really a question of production versus, I mean, you know, again, this is a group that played yesterday. They played in the afternoon. The question is whether they had enough minutes. Like Dotson's on the floor, but Dotson effectively is a guy that they got on their team. They
started his career at Oregon. Ironically, Joe Young of the Pacers started his career at Houston.
Get him a shot.
Bogdanovich.
You can see.
He has 19 points.
Finally for Sessions.
And that's all.
You just finally say, listen, I'm just going to throw it up there and see what happens.
Well, and he's not a three-point shooter. He had made just one this year. And Sabonis. Pacers by 31. In the corner is Dotson.
Dotson can do that. You got to stay with your man. You got a shooter. Yeah, and Bogdanovich may not know Dotson can make shots, but when they get him to be a blowout, you got to play your game.
Cutting is Sessions and lays it in.
You can see Dotson can get it in the basket. You can see that. And he talked about they were just trying to establish a culture of playing hard. They weren't playing hard, but you have to. Really good pass there by Lance, who got knocked over with the pass. But that's why
His dad Gerald was a New York Knick at one time, wasn't he?
He was.
Hernan Gomez
has a very good touch. He's
lead down February 11th, just before the All-Star break, and a double-double for Domas Sabonis.
He traveled twice. But at this point,
or was, even though Sabonis will throw that down to put it back at a 20-point advantage.
the road again.
And that's McDermott down the lane.